So, this update added a way for you to federalize the European Union. But I've got to be honest with you guys, I am not impressed, and here is why. Right, let's begin. What should we do first about this government? I think we're going to go with the minority. I don't know if this is the quickest way to get down here, but oh well, it's the one I've chosen to do. Anyway, let's investigate. This also gives more stability, PP, and it's only 35 days, so why not? There we go, and now, a problem of language. So, what language should we choose? We can choose Dutch, French, or equality. And all three of these are actually good options. Dutch gives a tiny bit more recruitable, stability, war support, French, political power, and equality gets rid of a negative debuff. But here's the thing, choosing French is probably our best option for this path. Why? Doing this path requires a lot of political power, so anything that gives us more is inherently useful. I'm probably going to live to regret that, but oh well, here we are. Cooperative cooperation. I'm surprised I managed to pronounce that somewhat okay, but whatever. Now we're going to hire the Quiet Royal. Like I said, more political power is useful, so here he is. And now, trade union support. Yeah, technically this is also a partial communist path. You can go communist if you want to, but I think we're going to stay democratic. Although I have heard reports of people using this path to subjugate the Soviet Union, which of course is absolutely hilarious, but that's beyond the scope of this video today. Good, and now it's time for the Grand Place. It's actually kind of good, because you know party popularity stability modifier. Pretty neat. You know what's funny? I've used things like Brussels MIDI many times in my life to get back to the UK, but I don't think I've ever actually visited the Grand Place. Okay, and the growing threat. Did I pronounce that right? I have no idea. If I did, congratulations me. Anyway, election time. We could get the communists in government, but that would give us more events for communist support, which I don't want. Like I said, I want to stay democratic, so broad coalition. Anyway, as much as I want to save political power, I also want to keep my democratic support up, so I am going to hire the ambassador to London. We actually bypassed that focus. That's something useful to know. If you do this, you can bypass 2 of these focuses for free. Nice, that's actually very useful. So if you're going this path, don't bother with these focuses at all. Anyway, International Socialist Bureau. 10% extra research speed. 10% isn't the greatest in the grand scheme of things, but it's better than nothing, you know? Especially with all of these changes making research a tiny bit slower. So I like that. That's okay. And at last, we've made it, the European Project. This will create the European Union as a faction, and it will invite the Benelux and France to it. The thing is though, if France is in the Allies, I don't think they get the invite, which is kind of annoying. Oh well, I suppose. Oh well, you just gotta be quick. Too slow, you don't get France. So I guess there is some back and forth there. Which is actually kind of interesting, I won't lie. Good, good. We get Habsburg, why not? Here he is, Otto von Habsburg. Sure, why not, let's hire him immediately, could be interesting. Where is he? There he is. Nice, and nice. So already the EU is nice. But we can do better than this. It's time for the European Community. Well, what do you know? The EU forms and we're Belgium no longer. We are actually the European presidents. I think this and the new order for Sweden are some of the silliest country names in HOI4. Surely we could just still be Belgium, but with this colour? I don't know. But that's not really the problem. This is the problem. Oh boy. Development of the European Union and its related decisions are just... oh god. Right, let's take it from the top. Let's expand this European Union a little bit by inviting the Czechs. And this is just silly. Why can I only invite one country at a time? I can understand why I can only federalize one country at a time. That makes sense. But for the invites? No. It would just be so much more expedient, faster, and simpler if I could invite all of these countries at once. It would save so much time. And sure, maybe in the back of my mind I can think of, oh, maybe it forces you to make a decision or not. You know, maybe you have to prioritize getting Denmark instead of Bulgaria, Portugal, you know? Maybe, but I don't think that's Paradox's intention. It's just slowing you down for the sake of slowing you down, as far as I see. But anyway, I have improved relations with the Czechs. It's pretty good for us, so they should be pretty good. They should be well inclined. Welcome. But okay, I think it's time for the big one. Yep, let's begin federalization. First up, Luxembourg. There you go, Luxembourg is now ours. But as you can see, they're a bit different to what we normally expect. We don't get all of the extra bonuses from a puppet, you know? But at least we can build in them. But oh well, let's continue on the road. Netherlands. Oh yeah, here's a little tip. Royal Military Academy gives you an extra research slot, so I would recommend going down here as quickly as you can, because it's a very, very powerful focus. And welcome again. Now you might think you get the Dutch East Indies as a puppet when you do this, but no, the Dutch East Indies actually becomes independent. Where are they? Come on, there they are. I know it's a bit cheeky to kind of expect that, I don't think Paradox would intend that, but, you know, it's kind of annoying to lose out on the DEI as a puppet. Or whatever, we can get a few more puppets instead. Next up, the Czechs. Our relations with them are good, very good actually. Let's even do a bit of diplo pressure on them. Come on, you know you want to. Well, I guess I don't, but I want you to. Come on, join us. Join us, join us, join us. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Max relations and the Czechs say no. That is very concerning indeed. But oh well, let's try and get Poland in the faction. Oh, never mind, they joined us. And now let's integrate them, shall we? Federalize. I can't even get a knack with them anymore, so let's just guarantee them. That will improve relations a tiny, tiny bit. Again, very, very concerning. But okay, this is fine. Probably. We can make it all okay by federalizing France. We will improve relations again. And now you see why I saved so much political power. Like, if nothing else, I want the invites to be 25 political power. That would be okay. I'm fine with federalization being 100, it probably should be that expensive. But goddamn, these decisions are expensive. But come on, come on! At least we got 1 out of 3. But that highlights my problem with this. It perfectly shows it. Despite doing everything right, improving relations, doing the federalization is RNG hell. And I know what you're thinking. Don't worry. You can do things like having a big army, you know, diplo pressure and everything. I've read the event files for this, and as it turns out, the only thing that influences these decisions is the AI's opinion of you. If the opinion is greater than 25, it's more likely, and if it's less than 25, it's less. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter with that. As you've seen with this, the AI can still refuse you. And in fact with this, they refuse 2 out of 3 times. I can understand what some of you are probably thinking. Bubbles, be realistic. Most of these countries probably wouldn't agree to be puppeted like this. And you know what? Yeah, they probably wouldn't be. But this isn't real life. And it's really bad game design when I can do everything HOI4 requires of me and still get turned down at the end of it. It's annoying, you know? It's like the right opposition's coup. You can do everything right on that, but because of the seed it uses, you can fail because of things outside of your control. And that I don't like. If I fail to invade Germany, that's my issue. I can get better at this, I can improve. But with this, the only way to really get it right is to save scum, again and again and again. When I save scum this in my practice games, yes, I did get the Czechs, Poles, French, Hungarians. But let's be real. Save scumming should not be seen as a strat in any real sense. I should not have to say, yes, copy and paste your save, do it again and again and again and again. It should just be consistent. You unlock the decision and you get it. The AI being able to refuse should probably be changed. And while I'm on the subject of things that's kind of funny, believe it or not, we're still technically not the EU itself. The formable nation, the EU, is still here. This isn't the biggest problem in the grand scheme of things. I just think it's kind of funny. We're technically the EU, but we don't have the EU formable. I feel like I'm beating on a dead horse, but like, this is like the old Austria-Hungary decisions. Those used to be RNG hell as well. But as far as I know, the RNG for that is gone. It's no longer RNG, it's relatively consistent. But this hasn't been changed, in any respect. Basically, you're just praying to RNGesus that you get what you want. Which, as far as I see, really shouldn't be a thing. Oh, come on! I didn't even consider this, you know, actually, but you're right. Yeah. Inviting nations to the faction can also fail as well. Oh, God. There is just too much RNG for this. Way too much. Way too much. But oh well, let's prepare for trouble. At least I can take all of France's divisions. Right, oh, yeah, I forgot about this one. Because despite the Czechs being in my faction and my problem, the event still went to the UK. Why hasn't this been changed? This should have been changed years ago. Seriously, the only way I've been able to fight Germany over the Sudetenland is if the Czechs are my puppet. Do I think I could beat Germany at this point? Probably. As long as Italy doesn't join the faction, I probably should be okay. But I've been robbed of that opportunity because HOI4. Literally, that's the reason. Because HOI4. Huh. Cool. And fate of Czechoslovakia. Oh, I thought Germany was doing Memel, but nope. So even when Czechoslovakia is in my faction, they have loads of allies around them, they'd still just say yes. To be fair, this is more of a problem with the Czechs' AI. Come on, this is silly, you know? Like, the moment was there to go in on Germany multiple times, and we've screwed it. Well, at least we got Lithuania, so presumably when Germany does Memel, we'll go in. But at this point, the moment is lost, in my opinion. The moment to attack Germany was a few months ago. But I think you get the idea, don't you? Like, there is just way too much RNG here. Just remove the ability for the AI to say no. The ability to refuse should still exist for things like multiplayer and the like. But at the very least, Paradox should remove doing one decision at a time and make these decisions more consistent. Okay? Good. So, until next time everybody, I thank you for watching, I do hope you've enjoyed it, and until we meet again, from me, Bubbles Zest. Goodbye.